What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's talk Love and Marriage, DC, Season 1, Episode 4, Sex, Lies, and the Great Debate. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video if you enjoyed this particular piece of content, and then hop into the comment section, y'all. Let's talk about everything that happened on this episode. So I'm late to recapping the show, but I have been watching since the first episode. Got busy. The recaps got away from me, other stuff, but I'm here. Let's talk about it, y'all. So some first impressions from episodes 1 through 3, I guess. Something's off with Winter. um Winter is on here talking about this marriage, but does not want anybody else to like talk about it with her. So it's like she wants to be able to vent about the marriage, but she doesn't want anybody else to necessarily have a comment about it. You can always tell what a woman is going through by her hair, by her head. Look at Winter's head. Never said. I do not watch The Housewives of Potomac, so I'm not familiar with Monique, but Monique is a lot. Um, I don't even know if they are really having marital issues as much as it seems like it's Monique constantly saying that they have marital issues. I do like Arena. She seems very mature, a little too mature for this group. But I like Arena. She seems very like rational. She does not seem to be like playing the fence or playing, straddling the fence, playing each side. And then Ashley, I'm on the fence about Ashley. It's one thing to call yourself very straightforward and direct. It's another to be rude about it. And Ashley gives off mean girl vibes to me. But let's talk about episode 4. So it picks up where episode 3 left off with Winter, Ashley, and Arena. And then that other girl, I forgot her name because she's not really on the cast, where they're out at dinner and Winter is telling them that she feels like Ashley is being harsh and judgmental in regards to the things about her marriage to Kevin. We found out that her and Kevin didn't even make it to the year mark. They ended up getting separate. They ended up separating. They're headed towards divorce because she found out he lives at home with his mama. He don't have a car. He was scamming. All these different things that were kind of like things you should have found out before y'all moved in together. Not even that, before y'all got married. These are all things that you should have found out, you should have known about. None of this should have been a surprise. So Winter thinks that her two marriages do not show or define who she is as a woman or a person. And while that is true, that is literally all you've been talking about though. So how can the ladies get to know you when all you've been talking about for the most part is these marriages, these failed marriages, and like the stuff that happened? I feel like Winter just isn't taking any accountability for her part in the downfall in this marriage. Yes, Kevin was doing a lot of lying and stuff, but a lot of this should have never even made it to that step. There's really no reason why you should not have known that this man lived with his mother before y'all got married. So, like, was he always coming over to your house? Was he always coming over to your house? How did that work? Because that would be a red flag to me. If I'm talking to a guy and every time we hang out or whatever, it's always at my place. Let's go see your place. Let's see how your place is, but I guess. So, Winter is saying that she wants them to get to know her outside of that, and she's hopeful that they are getting to a place of understanding. Arena then switches gears and starts talking about her infidelity in the past with Jamie. She said that even though she has never actually caught Jamie, um, like in the act of cheating, so she never caught him texting another woman or anything like that, she did her dirt as well. So Ashley said that before her and Quick were married, they both did things, in that relationship as well. They just weren't married. So then, once they got married, it's kind of like the clock, reset and started from now. Ashley feels that as long as they can keep their communication open, that they should be able to sustain their marriage. So Winter asks Ashley if cheating is a deal breaker. Ashley said that she is not going to go out and look for something. So Arena agrees and says that as long as she does not see any indiscretion, she doesn't care. So what that tells me is out of sight, out of mind, out of sight, out of sight, out of mind. Like I feel like Ashley just doesn't want to know what's going on, so she's gonna turn a blind eye, which means I'm gonna let this nigga cheat in peace. As long as it doesn't come to me and to my doorstep, go on and do what you want to do. Which, if that's how a lot of women like to run their marriages when they're married to a man that has a bit of status. And from what we've seen, Quick is somebody that has status in the DC area. And I feel like Ashley does not want to lose that piece of status that they do have. So Ashley goes to see Sean. She wants Sean to, who is Quick's manager, she wants Sean to clear out some of Quick's schedule. We know that CIAA is coming up. I think that's what it's called, if I'm remembering correctly. CIAA is coming up, and Quick has agreed to do like 15 events. He's getting older. He has a history of working himself to exhaustion. Ashley doesn't want that to happen. So they talk about how he has had some times where he has been so tired leaving events that he has been driving and he's run off the road and he's had all these car accidents. And that's what Ashley is trying to avoid. She wants him to be able to, when he, is not actively working, to not just be, dead ass asleep on the couch or in the bed because he's always so tired. So she wants to know how we can get him from the 15 events that he wants to do down to a more manageable 5 or 6 events. As they're talking, Quick comes in, and then he talks about how the exhaustion and the car accidents, that's not going to happen anymore. So he's going to get a hotel room that is close to where all the action is happening, so that he can just go right to the hotel room and go to sleep. Even though it's just an hour drive, a lot can happen in an hour drive late at night when you're tired. So Ashley feels like Quick just isn't taking this serious. He's not thinking about the past and the things that have happened. He's more focused on, making money. Quick he wants to be able to provide his family with a certain lifestyle. That entails him working, what he calls what he deems as working like nonstop. He says that he wants to outwork everybody now so that next year they can vacation. Quick is not going to stop. Because if somebody wanted to stop, then they would. And I understand that he wants to keep, making sure that they make a certain amount of money and, keep up the lifestyle that they have grown accustomed to. But doing 15 events in a weekend is crazy. That is crazy. And with Quick getting old up in age, he's probably pushing 40. Hell, I'm 37 and I go out 2 nights in a row. I'm done. Because, people are getting older. So, and it's a difference between, when you're out partying and when you're working. It's a different type of energy that you're actually putting out. So we see Irena. Irena is talking to Jason. We know that Jason is Irena and Jamie's youngest son who is blind. So she wants to get him into this program called Doors. Doors is a program that'll help him get some independent skills so he'll be able to do more for himself. And it ultimately helps these people that are visually impaired and have disabilities land a job. So Jason said that he wants to work for Apple. We saw the grandmother, Irena's mother, who lives with him, who brought her watch in to have Jason fix her watch. And Jason was getting ready to go through and fix that watch and pair it and do what he needed to do with it. So even though Jason wants to work for Apple, he said that Jamie told him that he can't work with them in the family business because he's visually impaired. And I'ma really hope that Jamie didn't say that, and that's just what Jason took from it, which is still bad, right? And Arena is like, who even told you that? That's not true. And like, while he can't see, there are still a lot of other things that he could actually do to help out with the business in some capacity. There has to be a way that y'all can work him into the family business so he doesn't feel like just a burden, which is the vibe that I get from Jason. He kind of feels like he's just a burden to his parents. So he feels that Jamie is forcing him to be a DJ. He doesn't want to be a DJ. So Arena is like, well, if you don't want to be a DJ, don't go to DJ school. She's under the guise of, you are 21 years old now. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. If you don't want to go to DJ school, don't go to DJ school. Don't go just because your dad wants you to go. But Arena wants Jason to talk to Jamie. Like, you have to let your dad know. Jason is worried that Jamie's going to get upset and not listen and just kind of overtalk him and kind of convince him to go to DJ school. So he wants his mom to do it for him. She said, I want you to do it yourself. I'm going to plan a family dinner. Your brother and your sister can come. And then I want you to say it there. And then, kind of, I'll have your back with it. So Irena and Winter go out for drinks. Irena says she wants to get to know Winter more on a one-on-one basis, not necessarily with everything that's going on with the arguments and everything. But then the very first thing that Irena asks her is, so you and Ashley cool? How's that working out? And I felt Winter when Winter was like, if you want to get to know me, don't come in asking about the person that I got this like pseudo beef with. You know what I mean? So it causes Winter to kind of wonder if Arena is somebody that plays the field. Does Arena go back and forth? Not to mean that she's messy, but just like, does she blur the lines when there's going to be friction in between people in the group? So Winter says that she feels that they've reached some type of understanding, she guesses, but she's just tired of everybody talking about Kevin. Winter, you have been talking about Kevin since the first episode we saw you on. It's not that everybody else is bringing this man up, it's the fact that you keep like, that's what you pegged yourself as from jump, so that's what people are gonna latch on immediately. Unfortunately, that's just how stuff goes. So then switch gears and they talk about Jamie's infidelity. And Arena is saying that even though she never like officially caught him, a part of her does feel like she is responsible for it. She said they have very different sex drives. Jamie's way up here, she's more down here. She's not a person that wants you to just come up behind her and she's ready. She needs romance. She needs foreplay. She needs to be built up. And because of that, she feels like she's not giving him as much sex as she probably should, and that's what has caused him to maybe seek outside the marriage. Winter says that she has a sex therapist, that she would love for them to talk to. Arena is willing, and I'm like, I feel like Arena is doing too much talk about her business, her marital business, to these ladies that she just met. Way too much. I think Arena's super nice. I think she means well, but I really feel like she's doing way too much talking, especially about the things that are going on with her and Jamie, or that have gone on with them in the past. Because Jamie doesn't seem to want to put all her business out there like that. So Arena is going to do this crab boil for her family. She can't cook though. She don't know how to dice the onion, and it's like moments like that we can really skip. let's get down to the root of it. So while they're having this dinner, we find out that Brittany, who is their daughter, is actually Arena's daughter from a previous relationship. But Jamie has raised her as his own, so for all intents and purposes, the two of them have 3 kids together. So Jason says that he's excited about the Doors program. but he doesn't really want to have the conversation in front of everybody that his mom wants him to have with his father. He rather talk to his father one on one about it. But Arena blurts out that Jason doesn't want to go to DJ school. Jamie is shocked. And I feel like it's in these moments that having a blind son comes to like their disadvantage because they can't look at him and give that look that parents give, you know what I mean, when they're disappointed or whatever. So Jason has no idea how his father was looking at him, which works to Jason's benefit, right? Because they can't like kind of guilt trip him kind of into certain things. So Jamie is shocked, said that he wants to make sure that his kids are all better versions of him. So he wants to be able to see his son on TV as like this big time DJ. So Jason was like, I'm gonna pass on all that. Jason's not a he doesn't seem like he wants to be in the limelight, doesn't want the spotlight. He likes tech, obviously. So he wants to be able to do tech things by working with Apple. He said he wants to go to school. So Jamie asked him, what is plan B? Jason wants to go to school. He wants to get a degree. And then it turns into everybody being like, but DJs get all the girls. DJs have all this money. And it's like, he literally just told y'all he don't want to DJ. So why are y'all trying to force him to what? DJ. I didn't understand that. So Arena is basically like, he don't want to do it. Jason says he wants to work for Apple. Jamie is like, where is this even coming from? Why have you never said this to me? So Brittany then feels like she wishes that she would have been able to speak up like Jason is doing now, because she feels that the stuff that she did in school, the career she chose, is not what she wanted to do, is what she is basically what she feels that she was supposed to do for her parents. I said, Lord, so nobody talks in this house, basically. It seems as if Jamie says what he wants everybody to do. That's what everybody does. And everybody just kind of goes along with that notion. So Jamie wants to know, what is Jason going to do in the meantime? And then it once again turns into, I got a friend that's a DJ. He got a DJ school. And I'm like, are you listening? What is going on here? So y'all just gonna completely ignore this boy when he's saying that he don't want to do it. So then Arena's like, he don't want to go to DJ school. So then Jamie is typical father who, when he's not getting his way, well, I don't have nothing to say about it then. But then don't have anything to say. Don't. So I hope Jason gets into his Doors program, and I hope he is able to go out and do what he wants to do, and he's able to work at Apple. So then we have Ashley, Arena, Quick, and Jamie. They're all out on a double date. So Jamie tells Quick that Jason don't want to go to DJ school. And before he can even start saying, because I feel Quick is like, look, you can't force him to do it. Because if you force people to do stuff they don't want to do, especially, your kids, there's like a couple of different things that can happen. They're not going to have fun with it. They're going to do bad because they don't want to do it. Or if they don't want to do it, they're not giving their all, then they're going to get teased. And now it's the embarrassment, factor coming into it. If somebody doesn't want to do something, you don't make them do it. And I feel like it took for Quick to basically be like, don't bring that boy to the school because he don't want to do it, for it to start to sink in. Now the wheels are turning with Jamie, and he's just like, all right, fine. Arena brings up how when she went out with Winter, they talked about romance, and Winter suggested a sex therapist. So Quick was like, y'all need a sex therapist? Y'all sex life that bad? When's the last time y'all had sex? And it turns into a whole thing. So Jamie is once again looking at his wife like, shut the fuck up. Because this is now the second or third time that I feel Arena has kind of talked out of turn, and it has become a thing with everybody. So Jamie said that Arena is just showing off right now, in front of people. Arena starts saying that Jamie is not romancing her in the same way. And then Arena mentions that Jamie might have cheated because she doesn't let him. They bleeped it out, but I believe she's not letting him go down on her. And I said, wow, y'all gonna have this conversation in mixed company like this, huh? I like Arena, but I think Arena, Chatty Cathy, Arena's doing too much talking. Way too much talking. Way too much talking about their personal life. Final scene was Monique and Chris. They are back from Africa. Chris said he's happy to be back home, but feels like a piece of himself is still in Africa. Monique said he stole her line, and the entire time I was like, something about Monique is like, what to me? Monique is draining. It's a piece of hair in my face. Monique is draining to me, y'all. I cannot understand why, but ask something about that woman's personality. Which is why I probably would not have lasted watching Potomac. So Monique gets her contract for WPGC. She's going to be the co-host of a morning show. So she's excited about that. They then switch gears to talk about Africa. She feels that she thought that they would have some major aha moments as a couple on the trip. And I would like to know what did Monique think was going to happen? Like, I feel like Monique, if Monique feels that her marriage is in a bad place with Chris, which she obviously feels, the fact that she is constantly 99.9% of the time hyper focused, tunnel vision on we gotta fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Waiting on a moment, a moment, a moment, a moment. There probably was a moment, but because Monique is looking for a big aha moment, she might have missed it. That's the thing. She might have missed whatever moment she's looking for. So she asked Chris, did he have any moment of like clarity or anything on the trip? He said no. She gets upset by that because she feels that he's not giving her deeper answers. She then goes on to say he's not vulnerable. And she said that he's not in tune with life. He's just out here living. He said that he is trying to be, and his intention is to give her what she's asking for, to be deeper, to go, to be more vulnerable. He felt that he was doing that. She said that if what you're doing is not what she's expecting, then his intentions mean nothing. I said, well, damn, that's shitty for one. Because if you have a person that is actively trying to do something, that is trying to be a better person or be better for you in this marriage, and he said that he is actively trying, and for you to say you're not doing what I want you to do, even though you're trying, that your intentions are mean nothing, girl, bye. Monique is annoying as fuck. And I know that this is her show, and I know a lot of people like her, but Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So then she feels that she is wide open and he's not. She feels that he's very closed off. He feels that he's not as closed off and he's trying to be open with her, but he also feels that she has walls up too. And she said, yeah, of course I do. In that he needs to he's telling her she needs to tear down some of her walls. Her response is, no, you need to tear down my walls. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So Monique, are you trying to tear down his walls then in return? Like, so then she was like, so fine, we're just going to be a surface couple. She's doing too much. She's trying too hard. She's putting too much pressure not only on herself, but on Chris as well to do what in this marriage? Like, what is going on? What the fuck? So he then tries to switch gears and talk to her about her mom. She says she doesn't want to talk anymore. So he was like, okay, so I guess the scene is over. And it's like, ridiculous, Monique. I would love to see how she behaved on Potomac because this first episode of the season, she said that the way that she was shown on Potomac is not the real Monique. Is this the real Monique? I got questions, y'all. Let me know how you guys felt about tonight's episode, or excuse me, last night's episode, and I will catch you guys in the comments. Peace.